Welcome everyone to the broadcast tonight. It's great to have you all here. Hello everybody. It is Wednesday night. We're playing some more New World today. There's a brand new set of mutators out. Well, I should say there's half a brand new set of mutators out. It's Barnacles and Black Powder again this week, and the Depths is the new mutation for this week. Last week we had, like I said, many challenges with the mutations, evidently. We had 2 of them on Tuesday, and then a different set on Wednesday, and then they were like, yeah, you know what, we messed up, so we're going to give you 4 of them for the rest of the week. So this week, we're back to the regular old 2, but they replayed one from last week this week. So what does that mean? It means we're doing the Depths tonight. I love Barnacles and Black Powder. It's a great dungeon, but I think I've had enough of that for now. So we're doing some more Depths. Looking to see if we can get the Lost Pocket Watch from Commander Thorpe. That is the tanking amulet. So we'll see if we can get that. Yeah, still experimenting with some melee. And yeah, we're doing some more. I think we'll do some more Greatsword Butcher tonight. I had a really fun time with that on Monday. I mean, like I said, I'm not sure how practical it is to do that, but it is a lot of fun, so we're just going to keep doing that. Yep, so let me get the game fired up, and we'll get started for the day. I hope you're all having a fantastic week so far. Pause that. There we go. All right. Oh yeah, I got the Void Darkblade Monday night. I was really happy about that. I still haven't finished leveling the damn thing up again. Hey Domina, yeah, we're doing some melee. If I end up running a M3, I'll probably go back to the ranged, bow spear. I got a really good spear Monday night, so I really want to kind of flex that for a bit. It was really nice. Enfeebling Skewer, Vicious, and then something else, I forget. What was it? You got a level Rapier? Yeah, Rapier is good. Get the finisher. Enfeebling Skewer, Rogue, Shirking Abyss. I was right on one thing. That's a good spear. Dex Con. Yeah. Yeah, it dropped to 700. I was really happy to see that. Alright, what are we doing? Hang on. I'm gonna check my sales real quick before we get started for the night. You got a stone cutting to 250? They suck. Prismatic blocks are so bad. Yeah, they're awful. I'm surprised they're not more expensive than they are on the auction house, because the materials that you need in order to make them are just ridiculous. And forget that, man. And they don't give you very good experience points either. They're really just disappointing all around. What are weapon matrices at now? Are they seriously below 7,000? 6,500? What? Are you kidding me? 65, 99, 99? Man. It's almost not worth the materials at that point. Needs to be another... I need another week of, 65, 99, 98. Hey, Greybeard Damison, thank you for the raid. Welcome, folks. How's it going tonight? Filthy undercutter? Yeah, dude. I want to sell my stuff. Welcome everyone from a Graybeard Demons in this chat. If this is your first time here, I'm the sharply dressed man. We're playing some New World today. I hope you're having a good night. Everything went well. You still playing Diablo 4? How's that, how was your stream? What did you get up to today? Domino, thank you for the compliment, much appreciated. And the other compliment as well. We're up to, what, 73 vests? 73 vest compliments. Thank you. Play some D4 with another streamer tonight. Nice. Nice. Are you excited about the expansion announcements for Diablo 4? Yeah, it looks interesting. Alright, I think I've got some materials to make some more of these rejuvenation serums. Regeneration serums, whatever they're called. I need 2 more levels to get to 250. Seven. Is that going to be enough? 204,000. It is. Look at that. Boom. Barely 250. I like 250 and a half between the next couple pips. Showing my sword build. Yeah, sure. Yeah, no worries. Sword build. This is what I'm currently using for sword. It's basically everything that I could find that increases damage for Spinning Slash. It's like Spinning Slash is the whole reason for this build. 15% rend, AoE rend. I'm using the Butcher so it applies bleed as well on top of that. And I've got reverse stab so I can reduce the cooldown of my Spinning Slash, or Whirling Blade. Keep calling it Spinning Slash. That's a great sword weapon or ability. Oh, yeah, Graybeard. There's a lot of folks that are really quick to jump to conclusions about that sort of thing. This also applies a rend? It's only 2 seconds. And on this side, so I took everything on this side over here that I thought increased damage. I didn't really want to do Leaping Strike, because I did want to take some things on this side over here, so I took a Shield Rush instead. No particular reason there. I took some stuff that increases survivability, like extra armor, reduced damage from magic. And keep in mind, I'm not, like, sitting in my shield, my sword and shield a lot. So what is this? Heavy attacks grant 30% in power. So what I should be doing is heavy attacking and then Whirling Blade. Crit chance, 10%. Abilities deal 10% more damage to slowed enemies, which is nice. That happens. When I'm full health, 15% more damage, and then I've got leadership, which is a 10% AoE and power. So, that's it. It's nothing too special in my mind. It's just, I just took all the things that I thought synergized well with Whirling Blade. You've been tanking with the Azoth crystal stuff, all the Magnify, so you're sitting at like 450 con. Yeah, Magnify is a hell of a thing. One of the things I've found really useful if you're doing heavy Magnify, if you eat food and you're wearing the attuned leather pants, Or I don't know if you can do this without the attuned leather pants. Maybe, maybe not. But you can balance your stats. Actually, I think you can. It's just slightly different. So let me show you what I'm talking about. You can balance your stats to give you 300 of 2 stats at the same time. So that, you know, if you're tanking, you can go with like 300 con, 300 strength, or something like that. I'm not sure if that's gonna be enough con for you, but it's nice. Let's use this. And you like respec. See how it's 286, 286? For some reason, it's already like super balanced. Let me put on my the right chest piece. So strength DPS here. Want to make sure I don't mess this up too badly. Now we're taking what, 25 intelligence? I'd love to go for the 50 intelligence one, but we can't with what I'm trying to do. So just like, you can balance these out. So it's just over 300. See, it's 309, 308. This gives you huge amounts of damage because you're hitting both the primary and secondary stat for your weapons. For comparison, remember this number, 2154. No con for me? No, man. I got 0 con. There we go. 9863 HP. So 2154. I could go a little bit higher if I went down here. If I went like all strength, remember strength is the primary stat for swords, right? So if you go all strength, 2105, this is actually less, right? So even if you went to like 350, before you hit diminishing returns, man, it's hard to, magnify is so hard to work around. Right, 1860, that's way less. Way less. Blast cannon tank? No, you wouldn't do it in strength and dex. You do it in strength and con. I ate dex food. That's why I had to balance these 2 stats. You'd eat con food and balance your strength and dex, or strength and con. You wouldn't worry about these 3 stats here. But for me, since I'm damaging stuff, I would do this. And then put like, say I've got 23 points left over, put like, I don't know, 10 there and maybe 26, so I break 5 digits in stats. 2147 damage, it's not bad. I really want to take this, the 50 point int, extra 5% damage to things that are suffering from a damage over time effect, but I can't. Even if I put all of my points into intelligence and nothing into con, it wouldn't be enough. Silver M1? Was that yesterday? I think that was yesterday. 26k hit points? 26k is good. That's a lot. That's a lot of HP, man. 5 expedition items plus 72 difficulty items. Look at that. Godfrey. I have one of these. I don't think I've got Godfrey, but I've got something. Might be the wolf. Yeah, the Matrix sold. I mean, as long as they're not being actively undercut, like the second that you put it up, they're pretty active. They sell very quickly. One copper. 1 coin? 1 coin. Alright, hang on. What are we doing? I need a different shield. I mean, this is a really good shield, but it has one too many perks of, or stacks of refreshing on it. I could go with a different helmet. Five of 5 artifact quests. You gotta make the hard choices. You gotta make the hard choices, man. You gotta figure out which ones you want. Maybe I'll ask Camilla to do some depths with me. Let's see if she's in for it. 15, 14 armor. It's not bad. It's definitely better than my light gear, that's for sure. Alright, enjoy your lurk, Domina. Have fun at your meetings. She might be doing some PvP, who knows? In which case I'll have to be on my own for setting up some depths runs. Did I only run one mutation yesterday? Is that it? Just the one? Alright, I'm gonna set up a lobby. Let's just do a real quick M1 to kind of dip our toes into it. And then we'll do a bit more from there. Level 65, 650, that's fine. Yeah, Camilla's doing the influence raise. Oh, I was able to put a gem in my butcher. Finally. I was using it ungemmed all last time, so should be a lot better now. So hang on, what's the empower that you get from heavy attacks? 30% for 5 seconds? 30% empower, wow. So you go like heavy attack, spinning slash, whirling blade. It's not spinning slash, it is whirling blade. You want to earn reputation in a territory quickly? Pay your taxes in that territory. This guy's butcher hatchet, I love it. I love it, dude. Yeah, we're gonna cut up some people. This is great. This is gonna be good. Because it gives you 1,000 reputation in whatever territory you're currently in for paying your taxes in a different territory. Alright, let's re-up. Looking for all rolls. Let's see. Looking for tank heal. 1 DPS. Depths M1. Group Finder.
Thank you. I got Life Taker, Finisher and Dodo between last night and today. Thumbs up.
Hey, Luigi Camp, thank you for the 17-month resub. Welcome back. I appreciate that support very much. Thank you for that. That long-term 17-month support. You got Life Taker, Finisher, and Odo between last night and today. Congratulations. That's great. Which ones are you going to use now? What's the plan? What are you going to level up? What's next? So if we do just a regular old Whirling Blade, that's 314 per tick, right? Do that Whirling Blade, 333 per tick? Or is it the 399? I think it's the 399. I think the 313 is the, is that the Keenly Jagged? Whack. Whack. 428. Ooh. You're a bow main? But you got the Life Taker. Life Taker is like the best bow weapon in the game. Life Taker is amazing for bow. Now you really are a bow main. Alright, we got, what, Rapier, Spear, Fire Staff, Ice Gauntlet? Yeah, I'll go with this guy. Go on that. Sorry, dude. I just gotta tank and heal. For depths. And you're set. You got Life Taker. Now you can apply to all of the groups with Life Taker bow and never get accepted. It's funny, people like actively ask me not to use bows. When I apply to a group. Like, please don't use a bow. Please use a spear instead. Like, but we've already got 2 other spear users. Why do you want me to use a spear? Just don't use a bow. Alright. I don't know. It happened to me yesterday. Like, they really wanted me to use a spear instead of a bow. It was really weird. Alright, so it's basically as you would have expected. It's like 90 more damage per tick. To use 1 heavy attack before you use Whirling Blade. Yeah, it was the weirdest thing. I was applying for an M3. I do bonkers damage with my bow. It's absolutely crazy damage, but they wouldn't accept me with that, so I had to put a spear on, which is fine. We did it. We did the whole dungeon. I used a spear last night. Ran an M3 barnacles. And we got silver, but it was pretty smooth. The whole thing was relatively smooth. There's also a guy on our server that I have done some dungeons with in the past who... oh my god. Sorry guys, I don't need damage, I need a tank and a healer. Is that Blunderbuss? Flail and Blunderbuss? Sorry, guys. Oh, where was I going with that? He never friends people that use bows because he thinks they're lazy. Hatchet, musket, hatchet, or flail, and blunderbuss. Wait, are the symbols for musket and blunderbuss the same? They are. They are the same. Yeah, cognitive. I think that might have been it. I mean, it really seems like a Reddit opinion. You just kind of inherit from somebody else. Because I honestly don't think that there's any reasonable rationale that you can use to say bow players are lazy. Don't use bows in M3s. It's really weird. Such a weird opinion. I want to be cool in Biz. Yeah, dude. Exactly. I mean, forget that. All I want to do is I just want to use my butcher and my greatsword so I can stack 15 dots on a target at the same time. That's really it. I'm a very easily entertained guy. So I was thinking about it, because you've got what, like Keenly Jagged stacks with itself up to 3 times, but only if you're able to keep the dot rolling for like 20 seconds. Right? So if you keep it going, it'll stack with itself eventually, which is, I don't know if that's intended behavior, but that's how it works. And then you've got the Butcher Bleeds. I think it's 2, 1 for every hit of Whirling Blade applies a separate stack. So you've got, that's what, 5? 5 dots? And then you've got the Greatsword has 5 dots as well. So that's 10. 10 stacks of blade that you can put on a single target. That's only if everything kind of like lines up properly. So wait, the heavy attack for a sword and shield is piercing damage? It's thrust? Did I see that right? And I guess this is more of a thrust than it is a slash. But that's actually interesting. I didn't know that. Yeah, that's thrust damage. Come on, I need to get my gold M1. You're taking a heal so I can get my gold M1. So you're gonna do finisher first. Finisher's good, man. Finisher is ridiculous. I think this... Can you put a gem in finisher? I don't know if you can. Oh, you can. It comes with a gem socket, that's right. Ended up taking rogue with it for backstab damage. I probably should have taken something that buffs bleeds instead of rogue. But I can always go back and recraft it. The going theme throughout MMO communities is to be BIS. And I feel like that's been a running trend since the entire time I've been playing MMOs, for sure. I mean, I started... The first time I can actually, like, think about when I was trying to be, you know, min-maxing was in World of Warcraft, right? speaking of Biss, there you go. Everyone wants to be the Biss. How's it going tonight? Yeah, so like in World of Warcraft, I played a Shadow Priest in Burning Crusade when Shadow Priests just started being a thing that people actually did because they made them viable. It's actually pretty funny because they went from the reason why not very many people played Shadow Priests in vanilla was because they had very poor mana regeneration, right? So you would do damage and then you'd run out of mana and you'd have no way to get it back. So you just like stand there and wand, use your wand at people. So in this Moonkin were in the same situation. I think Retribution Paladins had the same problem. That's why you saw a lot of mages and warlocks, because they had a nice, reliable way to recover their mana during fights. But in Burning Crusade, not only did they allow Shadow Priests to regain mana, right? They gave them a good mechanic to do that. They allowed everybody to regain mana, because they would share like mana regeneration with other folks. Used to be more chill in the early days of WoW, with the exception of a few elitists. Do you mean the elitist jerks? There was a whole forum where people would go and talk about how to min-max stuff, man. Hundreds of people are on that site. Way back in the day. I mean, Praetorian, the guy that ran the elitist jerks, is... I don't know if he's still, but he was the director of World of Warcraft for a while. A few years, I think, starting in Legion. Eon, yeah. Jan Hazakostas. He was the leader of elitist jerks. Went by the name Praetorian on their forums, which were hilarious. And those forums were just crazy. Like, folks would get banned for not using correct grammar and punctuation in their posts. And a lot of people were just there asking for like DPS advice, right? How do I do the most damage with X? Or how do I do the most damage on boss Y? And a lot of the times there was like this running joke that everyone just wanted to know how to do the most damage on Patchwork. The Abomination boss from Max Ramus, which was like famously did very little mechanics, just stood there and took damage. He still directs it? Okay. I wasn't sure if I heard that there was another director, a new director, recently. Metzen did come back. I did hear about that, which is interesting. It's very cool to see that. I wonder if he was the one behind the whole, we gotta have a trilogy, right? We're gonna have a trilogy of expansions. We're gonna tell an epic story. I don't know if he was the one behind that. But I mean, it sounds like something Metzen would do, let's be honest. Played Rustle Shaman all through vanilla? Yeah. Shaman, yeah, you were there for totems. Paladins were there for blessings. That was basically it. Spot heal the rogues with your chain heal, yep. Spot heal, I like how you qualify that as stupid rogues. There was like 2 rogues that I ran with that were exceptionally good. Just exceptionally good, right? I feel like there were two levels of rogues. Rogues that were just okay and rogues that were like incredible DPS powerhouses that would kill everything instantly. I could actually think of 3. There was a guy named Exploit that was in a guild that I applied to for a while back in at the very beginning of Wrath. There's a guy named Ramar who was in a guild that I ran with for most of Burning Crusade and through Wrath. Rogues and raids always took insane amounts of damage. I know. It's so funny. One of our rogues got the like back in vanilla, got Thunder Fury, Blessed Blade of the Windseeker. You know, most of the time you'd give that to your tanks, right? Because it was a huge threat and had like chain dots or something like that that would jump around and aggro bunches of packs to you pretty easily. But our rogue blew all of his DKP and got the Wind Fury, or Thunder Fury, Blessed Blade of the Windseeker. Alright. Use some lost coatings here. Corrupted coatings? We're in depths. I'm still like, oh yeah, we're definitely in Barnacles and Black Powder, aren't we? So he would use the Thunder Fury, and he would always pull aggro and instantly get himself killed. Well, take tons of damage. All the time. Without fail. And that's why they got cheat death. Rogues ended up getting a lot of things to give them more survivability because they ended up always pulling aggro and getting themselves killed. Yeah, I'd say that's pretty accurate. I mean, they already had Vanish. Vanish was a thing for a long time. And then they got more stuff on top of that. Yeah, cheat death. I don't know. Other things. We're gonna fight these guys? Alright, sounds good. Whatever you say, man. You're the tank. Hulk Shadows. Yeah, for all the magic effects, right? You're thinking about playing classic seasonal. Ooh, nice. Nice. I hope you enjoy. I try to play classic and I am more convinced now than I ever was that World of Warcraft Classic is something that I have finished my time with. You know? I don't need that anymore. Bam! That time of my life is over. Go soak the puddles. Do you remember when Fan of Knives used to interrupt things? Like, Fan of Knives was this giant AoE interrupt, which is just insane to me. That you could just interrupt everything around you with one button. And then they added Yogg-Saron, the third phase of Yogg-Saron, where you had to, like, all of his tentacles would all cast spells at different times. So then you would have to have, like, a bunch of rogues in your group constantly using fan knives to interrupt everything. It's just, what an absolute bonkers thing to balance around. Oh, is this, it's one archer over here, huh? Yeah? Boom. Didn't play Classic, played so much vanilla and TBC back then. You still remember the quests? Yeah. Oh yeah. It's kind of my problem. I played too much. Played it way too much. Now I like the idea of going back and playing a server that's nothing but Wrath. Just does not sound appealing. Like, I already played so much Wrath. I don't necessarily want to go back and play more Wrath, you know? What was the name of the reputation you had to grind at the end of Wrath to get, like... was head enchantments, I'm pretty sure. It wasn't the Knights of the Ebon Blade, it was something else. Like, it was some Death Knight faction that you had to go grind reputation with to get head enchantments. And then you had to go grind reputation with the Knights of Hodir, or the Sons of Hodir for the shoulder enchants. That was good. Man, I just can't wait to go grind more rep. Let's do it. Yeah, the rep tabards did make things easier. They did, you're right. Maybe it was Knights of the Ebon Blade, I forget. You were a Resto Druid back in Wrath? That was a fun time to be a Resto Druid, I think. I knew a few folks that were, Shaman. Not so many Resto Druids back then. That were my little circle of friends. Surprised they announced Cataclysm Classic. I'm surprised people want to play Cataclysm Classic. Like, is Cataclysm actually a nostalgia experience for some people? I think for most of World of Warcraft players, that was when World of Warcraft really started to go downhill, was Cataclysm, with good old Shovel Chin Deathwing himself. Firelands was okay. I had an okay experience in Firelands. Yeah, so I thought some of the bosses were pretty good. Everything else is kind of like, yeah, pretty, what the hell. Although that was the expansion where you got to fight Cho'Gall, which was pretty fun. I did enjoy the whole Cho'Gall experience. We're taking a break after Wrath, rejoined in Mists of Pandaria. I feel like a lot of folks, Mists of Pandaria was again like the final straw for them. I swear though, it was really funny watching people say that they released Mist of Pandaria because of Kung Fu Panda. It's almost like they had never played Warcraft 3. And met Chen Stormstout, the absolute legend. You skipped Kata? I did Kata all the way up until Dragon Soul. Hello, Sulu. Hi there. Wild Peak was during Wrath? It was, yeah. Both experientially and numbers-wise. That was when it had the highest subscription rates, was doing Wrath of the Lich King. It was a lot. I don't remember what the exact number was, but it was a lot. I want to say it was like 20 million. somewhere in that range. But I might be wrong. I'm probably wrong. Oh, somebody pulled the boss, good. Guild Wars 2, Final Fantasy 14. Yeah, let's be honest though, Final Fantasy 14, Guild Wars 2 were never real threats to World of Warcraft. They did give other players options though. Final Fantasy 14 took so long to get to the point where it was actually nearly comparable as an MMO experience. Realm Reborn, Final Fantasy 14 was like really dull. It was really bad. You basically had the dungeons and you had some extreme trials, and that was all the PvE you had in that game. And on World of Warcraft, on the other hand, you had like super sophisticated PvP, you had great raids. Guild Wars was really fun. I played that for like a month, and then I got to max level, and that was it. Alright, well, I don't know who's going where, but we're definitely going into the boss right now. Let me out of here! Gotta go kill some stuff, man. It took me a week to play Final Fantasy 14 on release because the site wouldn't accept your code. Oh yeah, the classic Final Fantasy Final Fantasy website not working correctly. That was always a thing for a long time. Final Fantasy 14 website not working. It's like straight from the Play Online days. One of the many problems at the time, and it was so hard to pay a sub in Final Fantasy XI. It was so hard. I never understood why they made it so difficult for me to just give them my money, you know? Like, I have this $15 I would like to give to you for 1 month worth of MMO playtime. And they're like, well, first you have to navigate this website. Right, first you have to find the place to put in the code so you can pay us the money. And then you have to link your accounts and some other weird stuff. It was just the most confusing experience. signing up was just, yeah, that was like the first quest, was to just sign up for the game. And then once you're able to get that done, then the real adventure begins. You want the PvE equivalent of Valorant? Isn't that Destiny? I'm pretty sure that's Destiny. Oh, like a non-shooter. Man, that guy just one-shot that poor dude. Oh, he's gonna one-shot me now. Please don't do that. Please don't one-shot me, Gildar, sir. Are we teleporting? We're teleporting. That guy can fight that acolyte by himself. Why am I stuck on this boss? Log on, decide to do some dungeons, log off. Once you're done with the season. Yeah, I'm not sure what a good option for that would be. Now think about it, that's a pretty interesting model. Like, you're intentionally seasonal.
I know the island's secret.
I know the island's secret.
I know true power.
This guy's gonna absolutely destroy us. I can already tell.
Possibly challenge us now.
This boss is so annoying. I mean, that would have just one-shot me. If that were on... Whoa! Any other difficulty. Kind of like that. I love being melee on this fight. Thanks for helping me out, man. Appreciate that.
This will be the last time.
Alright, phase change. Time to get that guy up and kill these two behemoths. Oh god. Laser time. Laser beam right through the room.
I will crush you beneath my heel.
I love it, dude. Go Dots. We can do it.
Time to taste corrupted steel. Pathetic.
I'm so glad to be done with my major combat trophies.
This will be the last time we meet.
Finally. Now I don't have to worry about human idle farm or any of that anymore.
Corrupted steel.
Alright, how do we think they're doing in there? See if we can find... There's Thorpe. Alright, they're just below 50%. It's a lot of Wrens on that guy. He's shooting lasers. 40%. Go team, you got this. 30%.
Time to taste corrupted steel.
They're melting him. 20%. Ooh.
Pathetic.
Look at that. Easy. Easy gold. Thanks for the carry. Appreciate that. Lord of the Rings Online released a new expansion. Wait, they did? They released a new expansion today? That's awesome. What did we miss? No, we didn't get like a million gatherables. I only missed 2. I guess that's not so bad. A pirate expansion. Do you get a boat? It's always interesting to me that, like, games like EverQuest 2 and EverQuest 1 even are getting updates still. 20 years later. I wish, Star Wars The Old Republic didn't feel so dated to play. That game's a lot of fun. That game is good. I really enjoyed that game for a while. The big thing that caused me to stop playing it, I had four or five max level characters by the time I was done with it. Was that it would start to drop my inputs. That got so annoying. I would press a button and nothing would happen, but it would activate my global cooldown. So it was like, I was getting absolutely nothing, but I had to, in my global cooldown, I had to wait for that to come back, which is like a 1.5 seconds before I could do something else. That got so frustrating, I decided to just, I couldn't take it anymore. Every time you see it, it looks older. I think that's a good way to put it. What I wouldn't give for this thing to just be accurate. Like, one group is looking. One group is searching, right? Just kidding. Is that M3? M2. Find group. M2. Nope. Just kidding. There's actually nobody looking. You're playing it right now? Nice. What do you play? What class do you play? I think my favorite class in Star Wars The Old Republic was Mercenary Bounty Hunter. That class was super, super fun. You'd be like blasting somebody with your pistols and shooting with your railgun and setting them on fire with your incendiary missiles and shooting other missiles at them, and oh my god, it was so good. What a fantastic active feeling class to play. It was great. I always had something to press. I felt like I was doing big damage, no matter what was happening. Currently bounty hunter? Oh, we got lots of bounty hunters in chat, huh? Lots of Old Republic bounty hunters. It's a great class, man. My very first character was a power tech bounty hunter. Right, which is the one where you're like, it's like big focus on flamethrowers and punching and jetpacks and stuff. And I played a tank for a bit. Gotta say, the power tech wasn't as fun as the mercenary. Hey, Xenon. How's it going? I'm talking Star Wars The Old Republic. I found the mercenary super fun. But that might just be because I wasn't always asked to tank when I was playing mercenary. I was asked to heal, but I wasn't asked to tank. Healing with mercenary was super funny because you were like blasting people with your pistols, and it was healing them. The whole like in-universe rationale behind the shooting people with Colto injections or whatever it was to heal them was pretty hilarious. Going up 6 feet in the air and AoEing enemies. Yep. The death from above. That was super good. $65. Do like a $690. Two classes away from maxing everything. Nice, nice. Being on like both factions. Nice. Nar Shaddaa. Which one was Nar Shaddaa? That wasn't. No, the prison planet was like Bell something. I forget which one was Nar Shaddaa. You have to also keep in mind I never played any of the expansions. I felt like, of all the games that I had a really hard time getting back into, Star Wars The Old Republic was the hardest for me to get back into. Because every time I would try to pick it up again after there was a new expansion, I would be like totally lost. I had no idea who I needed to talk to, I had no idea what quests I had. They had changed everything, so I had to go back and like re-gear all of my companions. Like this last time I tried to pick it up again, I ended up spending, I swear, like an hour just sorting through all of the gear I had because they had unequipped everything from everybody. So I was totally lost and my inventory was just completely packed with all this garbage. So yeah, that was an interesting experience. Let's see, where's... Alright. One's doing barnacles. There's a Barnacles M3, but I did one of those last night. Not like in a super big hurry to do another one. I also enjoyed the raids in SWTOR. I thought they were super fun. Because they were all Star Wars themed, right? And so I thought that was always pretty cool, you know, you'd fight like gigantic space monsters, and then Jedi Masters, and then who knows what else. But it was always well themed, and I thought the fights were well balanced, fun, interesting mechanics. I'm a little sad that it went free to play so quickly because I honestly was really into it for a long time. And then once it went free to play, it was just like this mess. It was such a bad transition. The PvP was excellent. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm talking about. I don't really enjoy PvP, but man, I loved it in SWTOR. It was so good. Hutball is like pinnacle PvP. Nobody is ever going to make it as good as Hutball. Ever. That was so fun. Yeah, thank you for reminding me. The PvP experience was like top tier. I used to play, I forget what they call it, but I think it was called a Juggernaut, the Sith Juggernaut. The big badass warrior. And, be a ball carrier in Hutball. That was great. And the commentary. I totally forgot about that. Yeah, yeah. Hey, Vento. Forgot about the commentary. Thank you for the compliment. Appreciate that. Yeah, I think there were 2 PvP modes. One was like it was like I forget what it was. Capture the point or something like that. And the other one was Hutball. They were both super fun. I always really enjoyed them. And of course, I feel like World of Warcraft's PvP was really good too. I just never really got that into it. I always enjoyed like Warsong Gulch and Arathi Basin. Thought those were fun. The new maps are okay. Like the new game modes that they added were fine. I thought Warsong Gulch was interesting because it was... I don't know if anybody remembers this, but the layout of the Warsong Gulch map is exactly the same as that old Quake 3 arena map. I was really shocked to see it. But yeah, Quake 3 Arena had like straight down to the layout, and there's like a wall that you can see through that looks down a ramp. They have that in there too. Does nobody want to do Depths M2? Come on, man. Let's go Depths M2. Let's do this thing. Quake 3 Arena. Played it for a little while. Your PC sucked at the time. Yeah. Everyone's PC sucked back then. That was back in like 1998. Maybe a bit earlier than that. I don't know. Can I pet that dog? Yes. You may pet that dog. Like, where's the grammar? May I pet that dog? 1998, 1999, yeah, in that range. Everyone's PCs are literally awful. That was way back when I was first getting into, like, I was just learning about PC construction and how to build PCs. It wasn't until much later that I actually started doing it, like in 2000. I want to say I built my first PC in 2003, somewhere around there. That was great. Overclocking your little Pentium. Your little Pentium. Your GeForce graphics card. Does anybody here watch Hackers? The movie? That film is a classic, an American classic. Just absolutely the sign of the times it was made in. It was fantastic. Hackers is so good. Ooh, what's this? Life Staff Flail? Alright, man. I gotcha. I gotcha. Life Staff Flail. I'm in. Fire Staff Rapier? Oh, dude, we're gonna destroy this dungeon. This is gonna be so good, man. I cannot wait. You also played Unreal Tournament? Yeah. Yeah, I had a group of people that would play Quake 3 and Unreal with at work after work hours. We had the games installed in our work PCs. We'd just sit there and play for like an hour after work. Good times, man. That was fantastic. So good. Alright. I can't see any of my buffs, so I have to reuse everything just in case. Alright, food's up. Food's up. Honing stones on. I'm gonna go ahead and use a corruption protection potion. Just because I'm melee and I die instantaneously. Hackers is one of my all-time favorites. It's just so good. Very early Angelina Jolie and that guy from Elementary, whose name I can never remember. Alright, here we go. The Depths M2. Still using my butcher from last night. The one thing you ever did? StarCraft LAN parties? I love StarCraft LAN parties. I would do a lot of CSGO, or I guess at that time it was just CS. LAN parties. Those were super fun. Oh, wait. I guess we have to gather this. Zero cool is 50 now. Alright, I need somebody else to stand on that. There we go. Open the door, thank you. You guys are the best. We might as well kill this hunter while we're here. It's gonna die, don't worry about it. I think we've got insane damage. Is the tank the one that's channeling? Oh god, no. Help. I think we're fine. Get the gold? Thank you, Xenon. Appreciate that. It's just an M2, so it's... hopefully it's not super challenging, but you never know. Oh, the, pulling the extra 3 guys flex. I like it. Hey, Axis. Wait, welcome back. Reek water. Wait, was there an invasion just now? Let's do this. Oh, he's pulling. He's going the distance. I like it. I like it, man. I guess this is a good thing I'm doing melee right now since it's phalanx mutated. Highest you've run is M1. Oh, you got 700 gear score tonight. Hey, nice, congrats. Congrats on the 700, and good luck on M2 if you ever decide to get in there. I'm sure we'll do just fine, whatever it is you decide to do. Ow. Assistant Archer back here, plugging away, just doing his thing. Not confident you're taking yet? I got this, man. How's the luck been? Well, we've only done 1 run so far tonight, haven't yet gotten the drop. So, we're 0 for 1. Bonk. got you, Rock Smasher. 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, boss time. Here we go. Is this the one that drops the stopwatch? It is, yes. The lost stopwatch comes from the depths. The depths also drops, like, gray hair off the last boss. Thorpe is an absolute nightmare to fight. I hate that guy. Yeah, the stopwatch is really good now. I think they changed it slightly. So it used to just activate your taunts. Now it activates your taunts and increases your threat by 300%, but it reduces the damage you deal by 5%. So they kind of like rolled a Carnelian in there as well, which I thought was really cool. Because I know a lot of folks were like really upset that you couldn't use, basically lost threat if you used the stopwatch. But now you can use the stopwatch and generate threat. And then you could put like a, I don't know what you would want to put in your weapon, Jasper or something like that, so you get extra damage. I think Jasper would be pretty good for a tank. Okay. Don't want to stand in front of that guy. You're gonna have to do this one over the weekend. Good luck. When you get around to it. Good luck. I feel like some of my inputs are being eaten. That's weird. I just had to press my heart rate button like 3 times for it to go off. Oh, we're going all the way in there. I see. Not so sure I agree with the wisdom of this decision, but I'm here, man. Let's go. Oh, that didn't turn out so badly. Honestly, that wasn't so bad at all. Die. 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 Interested in the added stun time. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I guess that is something else it has, right? Is the it doubles your stun duration. Gotcha. Lagunji. If I could actually press the button long enough. There we go. Synergizes well with Odo. So, yes. But keep in mind, the only weapons in the game that have a stun are the sword and shield and the warhammer. So your choices of offhand weapons are pretty limited if you go with the Odo. Warhammer is probably the way to go. Bum, 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 bum. So I think Shockwave is pretty much like a universal ability for the Warhammer. Everybody uses it, right? Are there any builds that don't use Shockwave? This is so good. You run Sword and Shield plus Odo? Okay, then you're taking what? Shield Bash, I think is what the stun is for the Sword and Board. Let me go. Wait. Did that guy just get Scorpion Speared? Oh, he totally did. That's hilarious. I love it. So that's what that looks like when you actually hit somebody. What? This guy comes flying in out of nowhere just to heavy attack me? Get out of here. Wish it wasn't so long. Yeah, it doesn't take as long as some other dungeons, but yeah, it's pretty long. The things about depths for me is not really the normal monsters, it's the bosses. The bosses are ridiculous. I think I might be partially traumatized because when I first did depths, I'm talking, you know, a week after the game was released. I think I spent like 3 hours fighting the first boss of this place. Are we going in? We're not going in, right? We're gonna pull that guy out here, right? I would hate to have to fight that guy and the tentacles and the other ads all at the same time. That seems like not very fun. But we are going in to get the gatherables. Hell yeah. I like that. Ow. The 16-minute Laz runs. The 10-minute Genesis runs. I'm excited for the new dungeon. I'm excited for it. I think they've been really killing it as far as the dungeon design goes recently. So I can't wait. I'm counting down the days. Will they ever fix the thunk? I hope they do, but I don't think they will. I've got my fingers crossed that they eventually fix that sound bug with the mining, but I'm not holding my breath. Oh, we're fighting these guys? I just got input buffered. Almost to death there. Oh, that was bad. Oh, man. This is about giving me a heart attack. That was... I had like 100 hit points, and it had input buffered a backward stab. Bang! So I backward stabbed before I used my potion, which was just like absolute suicide. Alright, so let's see. We're not gonna decide who goes which direction, we're just gonna wing it. I like this. We're just winging it. I dig it, man. I'm in. Oh my god. Got you, buddy. Rock smash at 5, 6, 7, 8. Man, I can help you out. Is it time for the phase? It's time for the phase. And here I go. Alright, those guys are going. I'm staying down here. You guys have got this, right? There we go. That's nice job, folks. 2, 3. Ow, ow. Dude just two-shot me. Like it. Nice. Oh, thanks, man. Thank you. Oh, didn't quite get that up. The hounds are standing right on top of me, as is the boss. Makes it hard. I appreciate that. Thank you. Can I pet that dog? It's really nice of you to do that. That dog is about to own me. All right, man. Channel like your life depends on it, buddy. Swing the sword! I was animation locked, eating food. I couldn't swing my sword. The first DPS sword that you've seen in a while? The DPS sword is the way. Sword and board with a with the butcher is super fun. Can they... Wait, I wish I could see the boss's hit points. We got 3 people dead. Man, that went south really fast. Break a deal, face the wheel. Who run Barter Town? Like I said before, I don't really use this sword outside of Whirling Blade. That's it. Alright, you are going up. I will stay here then. Is it the healer? Did the healer and 1 DPS go up there? What? That's the... Or is the healer... No, that guy's the fire staff. I'm so confused. I think that was the dog. Maybe it was the dog that hit me and then the spell finished me off. I don't know. Either way, not great. I'm with you, Rock Smasher. It's you and me, buddy. You got this. But I've got to run because I can't actually DPS while half dead. Alright, you need to heal people. If you're the healer, you need to heal people. Like, do it right now. Heal them. I've got all the dogs on me. That's fine. I'm totally fine with that. Nice job, team. I knew we could do it. See, this one doesn't have the bonk. Boom, 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 boom. Alright. This is still an easy goal. We just have to not wipe on Thorpe. And that's it, man. It's our ticket to gold. I'm telling you, man, Butcher is super fun. Just whirling blade your way to victory. That's it, man. Spin to win. Are you serious? I'm rooted? Unbelievable, dude. Alright, pulling the other boss. Getting out of the boss. I think somebody already went through the teleporter. Alright, forget it. We're not getting the boss. Nobody wants that boss anyway. That boss is for suckers. No one's gonna skin Archibald? What? His corpse disappeared. No! My corrupted hide. Or whatever you get off that guy. Thick hide, maybe? Who knows? How'd we get the archer but not that guy in the corner? We somehow got the archer to aggro us, but the other guy is just standing there doing nothing. Alright, this is it. The moment of truth. Can we, a group full of melee, defeat Thorpe? Melee Bane.
Now, I know the island's secret. Now, I know true power.
It's gonna be a tricky one.
You cannot possibly challenge us now.
Come on, stab him. There we go. Pretty sure that would have one-shot me in a break. This will be the last time we meet. But I don't want to have my soul crushed. Oh god. No, 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 no. Don't take him over here. Do not bring Thorpe this way, please. Unbelievable. He was fine where he was, up by the stairs. Oh, there's some serious bad stuff going on right there. Like big, residual damage.
Prepare to have your soul crushed.
No, 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 oh, oh my god. Somehow he knocked me down.
This will be the last time we
Keep swinging. Keep swinging on him. Dude! Why? Why? Why is Thorpe in the middle of the two guys?
corrupted steel. Prepare to have your soul crushed.
He's just sitting there, tanked on top of those guys, swinging his giant sword, which will kill you, like, instantaneously.
Time to taste corrupted steel. No, not again.
Boom. Oh, how many points did we get? Like, 37,000. One team wipe. I missed one of our... There's two multipliers. No amulets. Alright, goodbye, folks. Let's see what else we got. Oh wait, 700 pants? Keen Berserk. I mean, at least there's strength pants, right? 20% crit chance and 10% more damage while below 50% health and while Berserk is active. I mean, that's nice, but I feel like your healer is not going to just let you chill at less than 50% HP for you to maximize the value of your perk. Keen Vicious Hated. Got so many little swords now. I'll hang on to that sword just in case I ever decide to tank someday. Well, that was fun. Let's see what else is going on. Zero lobbies if for barnacles? What? That seems so weird, man. Barnacles is such a good dungeon. But then again, this is week number 2 of mutated barnacles. So folks are probably barnacles out, understandably. Why is it so hard to find PvE guides in New World? Because I think that the game has a reputation for having PvP, and folks love doing PvP in New World, and the PvE doesn't get a lot of attention because of that. Like the best I've been able to find is like a PvP guide, which might have like a little bit of PvE kind of stapled onto the end of it. Tiny bit of PvE. But yeah, I think that's really it. It's got a reputation for having PvP, so folks really just focus on that aspect of it. And to be fair, the PvE side of the game is not very fleshed out. They have a bunch of dungeons that you can do. They've got one raid, right? The sandworm raid. And that's really it. Usually in MMOs, you're mostly focused on PvE. Yeah, me too. I totally agree. I myself focus on the PvE side of this game. So, if you are interested in asking questions, you can go ahead. I've got a lot of experience playing the game, so I can do my best to answer whatever is on your mind. But yeah, I do a lot of PvE. Almost exclusively PvE on this stream. I would say, I mean, you can just look at the evidence. I've done enough PvP to complete one track. Thank you for the follow. Ever. This season, I guess. So. The thing that really is like, they added artifacts to the game just recently, and one of the very best PvE artifacts is this greatsword that only comes from PvP. So they really like to force it. And I wonder if I can find like a Trenchant Crits Keenly Jagged greatsword out there. What is the Syncretic greatsword? What does that have? I wonder if I've got one in the bank. Welcome to Eternum, by the way. Amazing 10. I hope you're having a good time. I love this game. I think it's really good. Aside, you know, with the understanding that it's very buggy. It's so funny because it's like there's always bugs. Every week. It's just what kind of bugs they are and what magnitude they are. Last week, so there's the end game PvE. Like I said, there's a bunch of dungeons that you can do. Every week, 2 of them are mutated, so they're like end game dungeons. Very similar to World of Warcraft's Mythic dungeons. Last week they had 2 dungeons that were mutated on Monday, and then they deployed a patch, and that's, maybe it was on Tuesday night, they deployed a patch and that changed the dungeons that were mutated for the week. So then they were like, oh, well, we messed that up, so we'll just mutate all 4 of them for the week. Which was just, it's so cute. Here's a great bow spear guide by someone who dresses really sharply. Yeah, look at that. If you're interested in the bow, I play a lot of bow. I have things to say. I have opinions about the bow. Yeah. Oh, I was looking for great swords. Really? This doesn't work like that? I can't just type that in, but I can if I type spear, right? It gives me all the spears? Yeah. It gives me melting point, which doesn't have the word spear in it. Second wind, bramble branch, etc, 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 but is it like 2 words? Great sword? No? Wait, I'm so confused. Why does typing spear give me all the spears, but typing great sword gives me nothing? See what I'm talking about? Alright, let's see if we can find some great swords. Looking for a very specific combination of stats. Trenchant Rend. Skyward Nullification. 16% armor shred for 7 seconds with a 12-second cooldown. Okay. Trenchant Strikes. Alright, that's a good start, but that's not what we're looking for. The rest of it, I should say. Trenchant Crits. Oh, okay, that's the other half of it. So I want something with like Keenly Jagged, Trenchant Strikes, or Trenchant Crits. I wonder if I can get something like that. Shirking Lightning. Keen. I like Keen on a greatsword has really low value. Trenchant Crits, Keenly Jagged. So this is what I'm looking for. All right, so I need to get some materials so I can recraft my Boulder Shard into something useful. So right now it has Shirking Lightning. So I think I can turn that into... Can I turn that into Trenchant Strikes, I wonder? Thank you for shilling for me, Domina. I really appreciate that. Let's see. Attunement's Keen. So, only the Serenity has both Trenchant Strikes and Trenchant Crits? 47 years of support. That's right. That's right. So I can really only do an attunement. Like, attunement is the best option here. Just pick an attunement. Keen's not that great. Maybe Mortal Power would be fine. 15% in power whenever you kill something, but you don't really get at that proc on bosses. Just on trash primarily, whereas an attunement, you get that on... it's applicable to everything. I'm a little jealous. I might actually have to go PvP so I can get this sword. Serenity has Trenchant Strikes and Trenchant Crits, and Refreshing Move. Was it Keenly Jagged? Is it the Keenly thing that prevents you from getting the Trenchant Crits thing? I don't know. In which case, I want to see if I can find a weapon that has Keenly Jagged and then... Wait, no, Trenchant Strikes, Trenchant Crits, and then something else. It would be nice if they told you which buckets those perks came from. So you didn't have to just look it up all the time. It's my go-to build. The build I use most in PvE. The build I use most in PvE is bow, and then an artifact. So I use bow Void Gauntlet, but it's a very specific Void Gauntlet. Otherwise, what I'm just doing before I got that Void Gauntlet, I would go Bow Spear. Bow Spear was my go-to build with light gear. Right, this is all light gear. You can see what the weight is right here, 12.6 pounds. If you just started, the weight of your equipment determines your bonus to damage. Right, so I'm very damage focused. When you have a light gear set, you get a 20% base damage increase. Right, so I'm using a light gear set with my bow and spear to get most max damage out of that. If you have a medium gear set, you still get a 10% damage increase, but, you know, you can have 20%. if I'm playing bow, I might as well. I'd say that one of the big drawbacks to that, though, is bow is very expensive. Very expensive. Because you end up shooting ammunition. Alright, Syncretic Greatsword has Keenly Jagged and Desperate Empower. Such a weird perk. Desperate Empower. Gives you 12% extra damage when you are exhausted. Use no arrows. Yeah, you could do that. You could do that. Using good arrows gives you a damage multiplier. So, like, using the highest quality arrows gives you a 20% damage multiplier. Which is really nice. Another really solid build is like anything with the greatsword. The greatsword is probably, in my opinion, one of the most flexible weapons in the game in terms of dealing damage. You can also tank with it. Super powerful, has lots of sustain. Big DPS. Easy to use. And then you can just pair it with basically anything that is on the dexterity tree or on the strength tree. Like, doesn't matter. You can go Greatsword Great Axe, Greatsword Warhammer, Greatsword Spear. They're all viable builds. Greatsword Bow, if you really wanted to, you could do that too. We need a tank, man. We need a tank. We can get this show on the road. What am I queued for? This M1? Yeah. You could just use no arrows. Yeah. I have actually run out of arrows unintentionally during certain dungeons, and I didn't notice because it doesn't really tell you that you're out of arrows. It has, I mean, there's a visual indicator on the screen, but aside from that, like if you hold the bow up, it'll say, "Look, I've got 1,000 arrows." But when I'm fighting a boss or I'm in the middle of a trash pack, sometimes I don't see that. Using Hatchet Great Axe, that's a good combo. Hatchet is really strong. Again, Hatchet has like really high sustain, because Berserk is crazy good. Has always been good. Oh, you know what? I need to cook some more food. You're also level 30, so there's time to see if you like something else. Yeah. I would say experiment with all of the weapons. Get them all to level 10. Should be pretty quick for all of them. And then find one that you really enjoy. I've seen some folks really just kind of take to the blunderbuss, for instance. The blunderbuss is, it's really fun. I'll be honest though, the blunderbuss was not what I was expecting when I saw that they added it to the game. I was like, oh cool, they're adding like a shotgun. But it's more like a shotgun grenade launcher. It's really weird. Hey Duke, what's up? Dave build was double gauntlet. But it seems like it's a troll build. Let me see, what is the... Ice Gauntlet is intelligence. And Void Gauntlet is... int focus. I mean, yeah, you could do double glove. I mean, I don't see why not. Void Gauntlet's more for support, right? You'd be using that for Oblivion and maybe throwing out a putrefying or a petrifying scream every now and then. Most of your damage should come from the Ice Gauntlet. I don't know. I'm not a big caster guy. But I don't see why that would be a troll build necessarily. Well, I need more lemons, blueberries, and nutmeg. So I can make some more dexterity food. I mean in New World, Domina. I mean in New World, come on. Give me a break, man. 6 coins a piece for lemons. Blueberry. 50 coin, or 50 cents a piece. Alright, how much is just banana? Is it banana pudding? 82 a piece? What? Why is this so expensive? My goodness, what the heck? I guess it's because the lemons are 6 a piece and the... How much is the nutmeg? It's gotta be like... Yeah, I was gonna say 16 a pop. I have money. I could spend it. I don't want to. I don't know where I get lemons though. I think I just get lemons out of chests. I think I get those out of chests. So I might be stuck paying for those. So I think you would primarily get those out of like an ECR. Four-day weekend, so you're hyped? Oh, buddy, that sounds awesome. Got any big plans for the weekend? Just gonna play Final Fantasy 14 all day? Pretty much? Nice. Good. Hope you enjoy yourself. No, our healer. You have to be available for work? An hour a day? I guess that's not so bad. Or for an hour over the entire 4-day weekend. Looking for 2 DPS. M2, barnacles, and black powder. Oh, I'm in. Let's see, this... you. I'll go 698. Great sword, DPS. Just an hour tomorrow for a very vocal customer. Oh, got it. Yeah. Well, I hope that goes all right for you. So where are we? I should buff up. I guess I could wait until after the party's full before I buff up. So I don't waste all my consumables. My very expensive consumables. Man, running dungeons in this game is so not cheap. Whetstone, or honing stone, is like 100 coins. Food, 60 coins, depending on what it is you're doing. Coatings. Protection potions. If that's your thing. Are they just going? They're they're 3-manning this. I guess I do need to buff up. Not Sharpie. Thank you for the raid. Welcome, folks. How was your broadcast tonight? I need lost coatings before I go any further. Ancient coating. Where's the lost coating? Is it in one of my sets? Feels like it's always in one of my sets. I don't know what people are doing. Welcome. Welcome. Wow. Oh, it was the shaman. The shaman just zapped me to death. No, don't die. That guy's got lightning. He's gonna lightning you. Where did my ancient, or my lost coatings go? That's an ancient coating. That's a human coating. That's a beast coating. That's a corrupted coating. Is it in my bow set? That's a corrupted coating. Is it in my spear set? It is. Jeez, man. Oh, this is fire. That's why I'm taking so much damage. I don't have fire. My fire resist amulet on. Okay. Where's my fire resist amulet? Where is that? Is that my strength set? Where is my fire resist gear, dude? You know, I might need to go range for this. I might need to go range because, dude, this is like ridiculous amounts of damage. Which is totally fine. We're going to do 4-man. This guy. Totally fine with that. This guy's just like creeping up on there. I love it. I mean, I'm ready, dude. You want to go? I'm going. I'm ready. At least this dungeon is not phalanx. Get him. Was Gungame. I love the fake language they speak. It's just all gibberish. It's fantastic. Do. Not a big caster guy. That's actually pretty funny because Domino's totally right. I played Black Mage in Final Fantasy 14, so I was about as caster as you could possibly get. So you don't try to really switch weapons for the cooldowns and stuff. For this combo, there's not really much sense in doing that. The only cooldown you really want is Oblivion, and then even that's debatable as to whether or not it's worth getting the Oblivion up or just continuing to shoot at the target. Oblivion is like an AoE buff, just gives you more damage. That's not bad. It's a pretty solid run for that guy. So yeah, this weapon combination is a little special because the the weapon in my offhand buffs the weapon in my main hand. By a fairly significant amount. I'm also not like super spec for this, as in my stat allocation is really not ideal right now, but it's good enough to get the dungeon done, I think. Like, I'm way over-spec'd into dexterity here. I should have more points in intelligence. Oh, I love this build. This is my favorite one. It's super active. You're like constantly dodging and just always pushing buttons, which makes it just real enjoyable. It does really solid damage too, which is nice. Okay then. Ow, ow, I'm just taking tons of damage. Not sure what happened there. There's a fire effect on top of me, so they can't really get to me to res me. Oh, this is bad. Oh, buddy. You just killed me! I couldn't do anything. That's fine. That's fine. Rezzing somebody inside of an AoE is not the best. That whole area is, like, really hard. This room is really hard to do. Alright. The downside to this build, in general, is that you do a ton of damage, and you end up pulling tons of aggro for it. AoE damage too, so it's kind of hard for the tank to maintain threat against you. Is this an endgame dungeon? Yeah, it is. Well, the dungeon itself is, actually I think it might be a level 60 dungeon. There's a difference. It's the way that they do dungeons in this game, right? So you could have like a really early game dungeon, but you can do that dungeon at a higher level, which makes it an endgame dungeon. So when you say, is this endgame? It's like, yes, I think it is. But it doesn't necessarily need to be. You can do like the very first dungeon in the game as endgame content. Like M+ and WoW. Yeah, you got it. That's exactly right. The last boss in this dungeon is an experience. I think we'll be fine, but it is a definite experience. It's a little bit weird we haven't seen any of those fire effects for a little bit. I'm also really glad they don't add the fire effects to the end game, or the dungeon bosses, the actual bosses with mechanics. Yeah, the last boss has a ton of hit points. I did an M3 on Monday, where it took us, I think it took us 8 minutes to do the last boss. But we're four-manning this, so it's gonna be an adventure. Attacking the gator, or are we attacking the vine? This doesn't matter, just kill something. $55 Darkhide. These guys are just drowning in leather. The first boss in the dungeon also has a lot of phase transitions. Like the cannon phase is just so long. It is so long for no good reason. It's not like the snake boss in the Tempest. It's not like that. Where he spends like half of his time doing the stupid explosions. It also has the unfortunate wind sound effect just constantly. I guess it gets worse in phase 3. Alright, phase 3. Here we go. Oh. Yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it. Just got a little bit too distracted by actually aiming. Got myself cyclone to death. It was just a tactical aggro reset. It's interesting though how quickly the cyclones can kill you. Oh dude, she just stabbed that guy right in the face. That was real unfortunate. Can they get him up? I don't know if they can with the boss where she is. Looks like the healer is gonna do it. Alright, I mean, not bad. For doing a four-man version of Barnacles and Black Powder, getting a silver M2 is not bad. I'm totally good with that. We almost got an M3, or a gold. We just had to get a few more of the gatherables. We actually got the time. Nice. This guy wants to go again. Like, I don't know if he can do that, man. Got 4 people. Yeah, I thought it was going to be alright as far as elemental resistances went, but I forgot that they changed the mutation this week. Since it's the same dungeon, it's just a different mutation. They're adding a cross-server group finder in the next patch. Oh, season. In the next season, they're adding a cross-server group finder. Which promises to be interesting. We'll just say that. I'm gonna replace this amber in my chest with something else. The build is cool. Yeah, it's very fragile. I think that kind of came through. Like if you're not really on top of it, you die very fast. But it does a lot of damage. It's super fun. I like it. It's very active. Keeps you on your toes, like you said. Let's see. We need a cut pristine opal. Do I have any? Got 2 diamonds. I do not. Opal's the hardest working gem in New World, man. So that gives us 37% ice damage resistance, which is pretty good. Let's good enough for M2s. If you're doing an M3, you probably wanted Spring for the Aquamarines. I was gonna say Sapphire, but that's Arcane, I'm pretty sure. I'm glad you like the build. I'm glad you like it. It's kind of my specialty at this point. I did a video about it, so if you really are interested, you can check my YouTube channel for the guide that I used to put this build together. Or I should say, I didn't use a guide, I made a guide. Get rid of this stuff. Well, there's a Barnacles and Black Powder. M3, looking for people. Mr. Bowditch. Enemies explode upon death. Enemies deal 50% of all damage as fire damage. Applies worry to players in combat. Okay, so they slow you down, increase damage that you take by 20%. And using abilities applies a stack of offering, causing fire damage over time debuff. But it also gives you 25% lifesteal. That's interesting. I guess that's really against, really bad for healers, I suppose? That's targeted towards healers? I kind of want to do another... I want to do an M3, but man, I've already done a Barnacles and Black Powder M3 this week. It was not bad. It's just I don't want to do it again so soon, you know? I want to do some more depths. I still need the Lost Pocket Watch. How are we doing on Dark Matter, by the way? 167? It's not bad. Not bad. Not bad for tonight. It's so funny that they, so for Dark Matter, they used to be able to farm Dark Matter from very easily from a Yeti that would spawn in certain parts of the world. And they turned off all of the drops for that Yeti. It just doesn't drop anything anymore because of that exploit. But that's that's like super heavy-handed. Let's see. Oh, the Depths M3 is unstable. That's the mutation where if you dodge, you gain a dot. It puts a dot on you. That stacks up to 3 times. And then if it stacks to 3 times, once it expires, it will put a area of ice on the ground that deals damage to you. It's really bad for melee because certain melee specs really like dodging, like spears love dodging. So they'll dodge a lot, and then they'll just drop these damage ground on top of the melee, and you just die. Well, you don't just die, but it does a lot of damage to you. Everyone go heavy? Yeah, dude. Just heavy. Heavy all day. Is there like an M2 I can do with this? Yeah. M2s are good. M3s are where it starts to get like, alright, I might need a multi-hour commitment to do this because they're that hard. M2s are pretty chill. Doing fire. Alright, So I'm gonna try to stay melee this time. The other one was just like a little bit too much for me. I need to respec myself slightly to make this a bit easier. Let's see. It's like a little bit too much damage for me to stay confidently in melee. Okay. Honing stone. And then, sure, I'll go up here, but I don't have any of my coatings on yet. I love exploding stuff, dude. It is so good. This guy's like, I was getting juggled. Yeah, that's the way it goes. Where was my lost coating? Which set was that on? Is it in my inventory now? It is. I love it. Alright, this actually might be a ranged dungeon. This actually might be a time to go bow the entire way. Like, this might be legitimate anti-melee case, because dude, that was crazy. That was absolutely insane. Just the amount of damage that you take from that. I'll get this other guy up. No, that guy's got him. Alright. So, what are we working on, lads? Hey, Volvolex. I wish Fire Staff were a bit stronger for PvE. Man, I've got tons of fire resistance. I might need to use a lost resist for this. On top of the fire resist, that should give me like 50% fire resist. Alright, that's a bit more manageable. Okay. That's a little bit better. And then of course, if I'm tanking the boss, that's also pretty bad. Alright, so can I just stand in the fire? The answer is I can, but I can't also take damage from the boss and the shaman. I really like the Fire Staff. I think the Fire Staff is extremely fun, but I haven't actually put together a set that can use it with like great effectiveness. And if I were to use the Fire Staff, I think I'd use the Artifact one. The Artifact Fire Staff just seems built for fun. The fire damage is a little excessive. Like, compared to how much damage you take from just the ice form of these mutations, the fire damage is like way up here for some reason. Alright, looks like we're skipping this. Which is good. I like it when we're on the same page to skip this set of monsters. Ow. The guy's just swinging at the tank and hitting me. We made it. We're alive. How's it going, Volvo X? I'm doing quite well. I'm doing alright too. Time for me to get chewed up by some alligators. Alright, time for the gator boss. Dude. Oh, it's this guy. There's a guy still here. Oh. Cupid, thank you. I didn't realize there was somebody still alive over there. Oh. What knocked those things away so far? That was great. We need more of that. I got you, buddy. I'm gonna try to get you. There we go.
So stay with all.
So everything here is explosive. This is so bad. That is so bad. Oh, not everything, but most of the stuff here is explosive. Alright, it's going better. We got our feet under us. It's sad tonight? I'm sorry to hear that, man. Hope you feel better soon. Start with Fire Staff and you have near full Biss. You find the melee builds do way more damage. Yeah, I wish I could say otherwise, but yeah, melee is in a really good spot right now, particularly because of the existence of very, very strong melee artifacts like Finisher and Serenity, or just head and shoulders above basically everything else in terms of damage done. I mean, I'm just goofing off with the Butcher, and the Butcher feels incredible. The Butcher is extremely fun to use. It's like 10 or so dots that you can place on a group of targets. There's 2 exploded guys in here. I'm not going there until they both explode. There we go. Until they explode twice, I guess, because they also have explosive. Still not super confident just standing in the fire. How much damage do I take? 2,000 a tick? Yeah, that's a lot. Oh, dude. Oh, that's so sad. Oh, that poor guy. We get the fuse? I'll grab the fuse just in case. Did we get the gatherable? loving spear great axe. Which spear do you use? What's happening? Oh, this guy is... Are we skipping this? Yeah, we're skipping this. Alright. Do you use the Scorpion Sting? The Scorpion Sting is such a fun... It's an interesting weapon, I'll just say that. It's got like a very niche applicability to PvE, but just using it seems like a lot of fun. Alright, I'm not going in there until they both blow up. Alright, sounds good, Domina. Have a good one. Butcher is sweet damage, it seems great. It is. It's fun, it's really fun. It's a great supplemental weapon. And like I said, it's really fun to pull out my greatsword and start swinging for, 12, 14,000 damage on each attack, and then also see 10 dots popping out the bad guy at the same time. This is really satisfying, especially on bosses. On trash packs, it's like less noticeable because things die too fast for it to really be a big difference. But on bosses, it's just great. The bosses in this dungeon are not fantastic examples though, because they're really hard to like nail down and just get some good sustained damage in there. Yeah, I'm not going in there until those things explode, friends. Yeah, that's why. That's why you don't do that. That guy's going down to save those other two dudes. I just spun right through that guy without dealing any damage. It's pretty great. I played New World for a little while, but it didn't make it into the end game. It's really easy to get to the end game now. I want to say if you give it like a day. Maybe, if you're playing casually, it's probably going to take you like 3 days to get to level 65 at this point. They really sped up the rate at which you gain experience points in the game. It is just, it's remarkably different than the way it was at launch. Hey, Crystal. How's it going? How are you? I'm busy getting myself blown up by these exploding bad guys. What's the highest quality, orange or red? Red is technically the highest. Those are the artifact weapons and armor. Oh boy. I've got aggro. I'm gonna run. I'm running. Just gonna stand over here with this guy. That was fun. That was stellar. I guess this would also be a good case for having a void protection, just like a little bit. Arcane. Are those little things on the ground arcane or void? I can never remember. I think they're arcane. Oh, I'm out of here. Goodbye. not the artifact one, the one with sweep bleed. Sweeping bleed, okay, nice. Vicious refreshing light, yeah, refreshing move is really good. Refreshing move is like universally a good trait. There's weapons for which it is less valuable than others, but it's just universally valuable. Run! Run! You see, look at all those dots popping out of that guy. I love it. It's super fun. But he jumps up there every 10 seconds, so it makes it hard for me to really appreciate my work. These guys are too busy chit-chatting about who's got what damage to do the boss mechanics. Grab it, dude. There you go. Ow. Nice. Yeah, you know, I don't normally use, did he just throw that barrel at me? He did. I don't normally use strength-based spear builds, but that is an option. This boss is really fun, but these phases, I think they could have gotten away with 2 cannon phases. They didn't necessarily need 3 of them. One of these days, I'll reach him and start actually hitting him with my attacks. Grab the cannonballs. We got this. And he didn't even do his cannonball attacks in the last half of the fight. That's actually really good. That was really good. Usually in that last section, the third phase, he gets off a couple salvos of cannon blasts all at the same time, and at least one person dies. But he didn't use that ability at all. Alright. Who was pinging where? Are we just going? I honestly really don't like when tanks try to just pull all the things in here into the next turn, because these ghosts are just ridiculous. You really need to respect them. Each one of you has to take one ball. No, you can have one person do all of them. All the cannonballs. This just has to be somebody has to pick it up and put it in the cannon and shoot it at the guy. That's it. But I think I was commenting on the fact that there were a few people there that were like obviously right next to it but weren't doing anything. Yeah, that healer saved my life, thank you. Appreciate it. Alright, time for, in my opinion, this is the worst hole in the entire dungeon. Alright, so I guess I can get in there now. Is there anybody that's exploding here? Flame, festering, fiery? Yeah, we're fine. Nice. Alright, that went really well. Actually, that was far better than I think most folks do. Because, man, those ghosts can just wipe people instantaneously. I've seen the tank go in there and just die. Trying to pull that hole. There's just three things, just trying to pull them together. Alright, so this is the mechanic where you have people move the little ball over to the little things, and you put it in there. And you take damage the entire way, and you're snared at the same time. Now again, you could have one person do all of this, but it's like... Normally, it's three different people moving the little thing. Help. Heal me. Alright, we got one more to go. Nice. Last time we watched, I was using bow spear. What has changed? Well, I've gone through quite a few nights where I was using bow. I used a bow for many, many weeks actually. I wrote a guide about it. And now I'm trying this out because it seems cool. I don't know how practical it is because it's like relies on what is traditionally considered to be a tanking weapon to apply AoE bleeds to a number of monsters. So I don't know exactly how feasible it is at the high end, but man, it is fun. That's really it. Plus, I needed to get some experience with melee under my belt, since I think melee is a totally different beast than ranged in a number of ways. Like, you just take way more damage as melee, case in point. And I feel like you really need to be on top of what's happening, otherwise you'll just die instantly. So, kind of wanted to get that in there too. But the upside is that if you play melee right, you do a lot of damage, right? Bow does tons of damage, and I feel like I've kind of capped myself out there. I want to do the same thing with my melee builds. We get that? We did. We're not skipping. We're killing everything, which is fine. This part here is also pretty tricky since there's an alligator and a tentacle, a vine at the same time. So I normally see people like really confused about which one dies first. And it really doesn't matter as long as the team agrees to kill one of them first. And you don't split your DPS quite too much. So why do you ask us to kill everything? We're at 105. So we've killed more than enough monsters. I'm not sure why I asked us to not skip. Back here, lady. Stay out of the center. She's gonna do the thing. She's gonna stab me in the face for 1,000,000 damage. Nice. Wow. Not the first time she's done that. Not the first time she's done that. She's got like an attack that does, I swear, it's like 20,000 damage unmitigated. And she'll just periodically use it on me. okay? Oh, there she did it again. Yeah, yeah. She just, like, blows you up every now and then. She likes to do it immediately after she exits the spin. So, I guess I just need to be further away from her when she lands after the spin so I just don't get stabbed in the face. The thing, I feel like it would be far better of a boss fight if it was just like slightly shorter. I don't really have any complaints about the mechanics. I think there's a lot of interesting things to like really keep you on her toes in this fight. It just needs to be slightly shorter. She just needs to have a little bit less hit points. Maybe 10% would make it a bit more tolerable. See, she just stabbed somebody else in the face right there, the guy with the bow. I actually went back and looked at my VOD one time after that had happened, because I was like, how did I die so fast? And I had 15,000 hit points at the time, right? I was spec'd really heavily into Khan, and I thought this is gonna be fine because I was running an M3. I thought this is gonna be fine. I'll be able to survive at least one hit from basically everything in the instance, right? So I can recover and respond to it without dying instantaneously. And it was 18,000 damage that I took with 4,000 damage mitigated. So it was a 22,000 damage hit that she just bopped me with. Oh, both of the melee are dead? Yeah, that makes sense. that definitely makes sense. This is M2, yeah. I mean, she didn't hit me for 22,000 just now, but she did one-shot me. Because we got this. No fun allowed. Yeah. Yeah, she's definitely a no fun allowed boss. She just has so much stuff to look out for, and she's dying so slowly right now. I think they'll get her. Unless something horrible happens and the healer dies or something like that. They're gonna get her. Okay, I shouldn't have jinxed it. The last DPS just died. I shouldn't have jinxed it, chat. The tank and the healer, you guys have got this. I mean, it might actually be faster just to wipe it up and then have all 5 of us in there than to watch them do 10%. They are definitely going to get it. They're definitely going to get it if they continue the way they're going, but it might take them like 15 minutes to do so. Oh, the tank's using the heart room where you get it, where you, like, go berserk. Oh, that one's super fun, but very impractical. guys have got this. Healer's blasting with the Void Gauntlet right now. You've had this boss be a problem more than once. This boss is not easy. Yeah. This is not an easy boss. I normally do this boss with bow. So, learning what to avoid and when to avoid it as melee is a bit different. He's at like 2% HP. You've got this, boys and girls. Nice. Nice. We did it. Good job, team. Not bad. Okay, well that was good. 71,000 points. Good job. That's actually far better than I was expecting. That was a lot of fun. Actually, that was really fun. You just need a few more cuts, I think, at that boss. Pun intended. To like really get it down. Is there a big difference between silver and gold rewards? So the difference is the number of, the amount of contents inside of this box. Right, so I'm gonna open this up. I get 32 dark matter and 200 materia. If I got a silver, I think it'd be like 24 dark matter and 150 materia. And if you get a bronze, it's less than that. And if you do like an M3, so that was an M2, if you do one tier higher, then the rewards are even better. And I'm pretty sure if you get a gold M3, it's like 50 or 60 dark matter, so it's almost twice as much. But that's the key difference. In terms of the amount of loot that you get, it's generally about the same. It's just the contents of that box that really change. If you do M3s, like M2s will drop certain gear of a base gear score, and M3s will drop certain gear of a base gear score that's higher. So you're more likely to get higher level gear from an M3 than from an M2. Okay, I think that's it. Did I get any good music? I did. Nice. Memories of Brightwood. All right, that was a good night. We didn't get the artifacts that I was after, but there's still more time to do that. Not a lot of folks are running the depths tonight, so I don't mind running more Barnacles. Barnacles is super fun, just not an M3. At least not 2 nights in a row with the group of pugs. All right, folks, I think that's going to be it for the night. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining me for another night of New World. I had a great time. I hope you did too. If you enjoyed what you saw, don't forget to follow here on Twitch. Just click the follow button below the broadcast. You can also find me on Twitter at SharpDressTV. There it is. Discord is linked right there, and there's my YouTube where you can find all of my New World content, including guides, commentary, and previous dungeon runs that you might want to check out. All right, let's get this wrapped up. Thank you, everybody. I'll see you all again on Thursday. So I'll be live again on Thursday night, 7:30 p.m. Pacific time. But I'll be playing some Baldur's Gate 3 with Gagolian, co-op Baldur's Gate, 7:30 p.m. Pacific time, or maybe a little bit earlier than that. So follow the broadcast to get notified. We are well into Act 3. I don't know how much further we have in the game, but it seems like it's a lot. All right. Thank you, folks. I'll see you all next time. In the meantime, have a great rest of your night. Have a fantastic Thursday, and I'll see you next time. Good night. Cheers.